Hello everyone, I have come with the history section here now, and today we will complete chapter number 1, The Rise of Nationalism in Europe. This is your book, India and the Contemporary World 2. So before these sections, I have already completed those all chapters from geography and all the chapters of political science and all the chapters of economics. So I have made a video on these all chapters, and I have added these all video in playlist, so you can keep revision from there. So now today we will complete this chapter, and after completing this chapter I will come with new chapter, and thus we will complete these all chapters history section, and after that I will come with those all mixed question and previous year question, which is very important for your board examination, as well as your practice set also is very necessary. Here you can practice for these questions and fulfill everything properly. So now let's start from here. The rise of nationalism in Europe. So next, now nation state, a large number of people of mainly common descent, language, history, inhabiting a territory bounded by defined limits and forming a society under one government is called a nation. Next, Frederick Soru and his visualization. In 1848, Frederick Soru, a French artist, prepared a series of four prints visualizing his dreams of world made up of democratic and social republics, as he called them. So these are the points where which we will cover here. Yes. So this is the point from here. The first print shows the people of Europe and America marching in a long train and offering a homage to the Statue of Liberty as they pass by it. A female figure carries a torch of enlightenment in one hand, and the charter of the rights of man in other hand. uh, Next, on the earth lies the shattered remains of the symbols of absolutist institutions. Third, in Soryu's utopian vision, the people of the world are grouped as distinct nations, identified through their flags and national costumes. Fourth, leading the procession are USA and Switzerland, followed by France and Germany. Following Germany are Austria, Kingdom of two Sicilies, Lombardy, Poland, England, Ireland, Hungary, and Russia. Fifth, from the heavens above, Christ, saints, and angels gaze at the scene. The artist symbolizes the fraternity among the nations of the world. Now let's keep continue from this portion. So it's clear. The French Revolution and the idea of nation. So what was the point C? Growth of nationalism in France. Second, introduction of various measures and practices created sense of collective identity among the people of France. Third, change of monarchy and establishment of republic, creation of new assembly. Fourth, rise of Napoleon and his reforms. Revolutionaries help other people of Europe to become nation. Now next point, the making of nationalism in Europe. So what was the point? Germany, Italy, and Switzerland were divided into kingdom. Duchies and the cantons. These divisions were having their autonomous rulers. So use of different language and rise of middle classes. Next, industrialization in England, emergence of working class and liberalism. Next, new conservation after 1815 and preservation of traditional institution. Next, after the defeat of Napoleon, the European government follows the spirit of conservatism. So, conservative regimes were autocratic revolutionaries at that time fought for liberty and freedom. For example, Mazzini's Young Italy and Young Europe. Now next, unification of Italy. Giuseppe Mazzini had played an important role in the unification of Italy. He formed a secret society called Young Italy in Marseilles to spread his goals. He believed Italy could not continue to be a patchwork of small states and had to be forged into a single unified republic. Now we will cover some points from next page. Although when you will read from your NCRT book, so this chapter is really very lengthy. All the chapters from histories are lengthy, but here we are commanding on those all very important content which is very necessary for your examination. And after commanding on these all important contents, you can be able to understand everything properly and answer your question properly, and you can be able to get good marks. So see, now during 1830s, Mazzini sought to put together a coherent program for a unitary Italian republic. As uprising in 1831 and 1848 has failed, the mantle now fell on Sardinia, Piedmont under his rulers Emmanuel to unify Italy. Under Chief Minister Cavour, Sardinia Piedmont succeed in destroying the Austrian forces in 1859. Even Garibaldi joined the fray. In 1860, they marched into South Italy and the kingdom of the two Sicilies, and with the help of the local peasants, drove out the Spanish rulers. In 1861, Victor Emmanuel II was proclaimed as a king of United Italy. Now next, unification of Germany. In the 18th century, Germany was divided into a number of states. Some of these states ceased to exist during the Napoleonic wars. At the end of war, there were still 39 independent states in Germany. Prussia was the most powerful, dominated by big landlords known as Junkers. So these points are really very important. We can cover everything from here. Prussia, these points. Nationalist, so point one, nationalist feelings were widespread among the middle class Germans who had tried to unite the different regions of the German Federation into a nation state governed by an elected parliament. Now, second, in May 1848, a large number of political associations came together to vote for an all-German National Assembly. Their representatives met at Frankfurt, and Frankfurt Assembly proposed the unification of Germany as a constitutional monarchy under the King of Prussia as emperor. Now, third point, the King of Prussia rejected the offer, and the liberal initiative of nation building was repressed by the combined forces of the monarchy, the military, and the Junkers. Now, fourth, then on, Prussia under its chief minister Otto von Bismarck led the movement for unification of Germany. Bismarck carried out this process with the help of the Prussian army and the bureaucracy. He fought 3 wars over 7 years with the Denmark, Austria, and France. Prussia was victorious in all these wars, and the process of unification was completed as a result of Prussia's victory over France. Now, fifth point. Consequently, on 18th January 1871, an assembly comprising of princes of German states, representatives of army, important Prussian minister, and Bismarck gathered in the place of Versailles. and proclaimed the Prussian king Kaiser William the new German emperor. Thus, these points are very important for you and for your examination, which make you those all important knowledge which is necessary to write the answer of the questions which is being asked in examination. So let's start from here. Visualizing the nation, Marini and Germania were both the female allegories used artists in the 19th century to represent the nations. Now, in France, she was named Marine, a popular Christian name, which underlined the idea of the people's nation. Her characteristics were drawn from those of liberty and republic. The red cap, the tricolor, the cockade and statues of the marine were erected in public squares as the national symbol of unity. Marini images were marked on coins and stamps. Instead of just having the idea of fatherland, they wanted to implant a suitable image in the minds of the people. In they invariably chose the mother figure and symbolizing nations Britannia, Germania, and Marinin reminding us of our concept of Matri Now, next point, Germania became the allegory of the German nation. Germania wears a crown of oak leaves as the German oak stand for heroism. It was hung from the ceiling of St. Paul's Church, where the Frankfurt Parliament was convened to symbolize the liberal revolution. Now next, and this point is really very important. It's called Napoleonic Code. This code is very important. You need to be aware with these all points. Now we are covering from here. So first, the first major change was doing away with all privileges based on birth, establishing equality before law and securing the right to property. Second, administrative divisions were simplified. And third, feudal system was abolished and peasants were freed from the serfdoms and the manorials dues abuse of the lords, manorial lords. Now fourth point, in towns, guild restrictions were removed. In fifth, transport and communication systems were improved. Six, peasants, artisans, workers, and new businessmen enjoyed a newfound freedom. Sixth, businessmen and small-scale producers of goods in particular began to release that uniform laws, standardized weights and measures, and a common national currency would facilitate the movement and exchange of goods and capital from one region to another. There are some little points are left here which we will cover here now, and after that we can cover next chapter also. Now this is the last point of this chapter, so we can clearly observe these points. Nationalism and imperialism. So last quarter of 19th century, nationalism became a narrow creed with limited ends intolerance. Balkan became the sense of big power. Rivalry, nationalism aligned with imperialism's cause of World War One. Idea of nationalism was now same everywhere, but concept of national state was accepted universally. Thus, we have completed these whole points. These all contents are very important for your examination. So keep revision, and I will come with the new chapter. Chapter number 2. It's nationalism in India. in this chapter we will cover these all moment of how India got freedom, the role of Mahatma Gandhi here, and in these things how many that points are being kheda movement, civil disobedience movement, these all things are being done here. So this chapter is also very important for your examination, although which chapter we have right now done, it's also very important. So all the chapters are very important because history section contains 20 marks. So keep revision, I will come with next chapter.